Hello once again, Wally here. Today we are back with another stream. Let me open this up real quick. Alrighty. We're going to be doing something a little different today. I just figured I'd do a little bit of a story time. I kind of wanted to just kind of put this out here for a few reasons. I guess one, if I'm going to be streaming, I want you guys to kind of, I guess, be aware of who, I guess, I don't even know what the fuck I'm on about. I just figured that this would be a good story to tell, especially just in case there's anyone else out there who can relate to it. Because I really would have liked to. It would have been nice to have a video, or at least just something, when I was younger that was at least similar to my experience that I could kind of relate to. So yeah, I figured I would just kind of talk about my story as I had this drawn in the background. I didn't really come to terms, I guess, with who I was until relatively recently, within the past kind of year-ish, I guess. More and more in the past few years, but especially in the past years is when I've actually been the most kind of honest with myself. I guess I'll start off with just like... Actually, let me drink some coffee real quick. I grew up in a really super, super Christian conservative family, where certain things were just kind of viewed as okay and not okay, unfortunately. Now, my mom had a very Christian mindset about it, whereas my dad was a lot more of just like, this is what a guy should be, this is what a man should be, you need to man up, this is my expectations of that, and so like growing up, like just like right off the bat, kind of, it was very clear that stuff was like not okay, right? Anything queer was just deemed unacceptable. When I was like 4 and I wanted a pair of earrings, I can't even believe this. But yeah, I just want to talk about everything, so I might as well. But basically, when I was 4, I wanted a pair of earrings, and my mom said, and I quote, "That's only for little black boys and F slurs." Now, there are multiple things wrong with that statement. Pardon me. Joint hitting. But yeah, and all throughout growing up, I wanted earrings, and it was just never something that was okay. And I don't know why. It doesn't seem like that big of a stretch, but that was kind of like the very, very strict gender roles that I grew up with. My parents, would say shit like, my dad would say stuff like, being gay is whatever, but marriage is between a man, woman, and God, and then my mom would say shit like, oh, it's being gay, okay, but like, just, I don't need to see that in public, I don't want to see that, shit like that, just your fucking typical bullshit, right? And it was just like, it was very clear with a lot of shit like that, and also just the way they made fun of anything queer, that it just wasn't acceptable, it wasn't okay, and like, And not only to the extent of like being gay is bad, but also just if you're a guy, being girly is bad too. And there's a lot of bullshit stuff like, you know, just like the average, you know, fucking man up, you know, stop being such a girl, stop being a pussy, you know, grow a pair, you need to act like a man, shit like that. And that was never me. Like my dad was very like, if you're a guy, you're into football and hunting and I don't know. I'm pretty sure like that's about it. Football, hunting, and drinking while driving. There's probably another one in there or something too. And I just wasn't really. I was never like that. I wasn't a sports person really all that much. I enjoy baseball, you know, especially like going to a baseball game. But I really don't. I'll watch a basketball game if it's on, and like I check to see who wins the Super Bowl every year. But that's the extent of that. And that wasn't really like okay, especially with my dad, but even my mom to an extent, like it was very weird. She wanted a girl, right? To the extent that she didn't even pick out a boy name. She just had Cameron Joanne as the middle name, Cameron Joanne as the name. And then I came out a boy, and she's like, "Oh fuck, well, where's the baby book? I want something with a W, I guess." Which like Cameron is a gender neutral name, so like it really didn't need to be changed. You could have just like changed the middle name, but whatever. But it was weird because she wanted a girl, and she eventually got that with my younger sister. But she didn't really like. She didn't really like me acting like one. But I would definitely say most of that shit came from my dad. Just like everything, like, you know, I don't know. I wasn't a hunter even. Like I didn't like fucking hunting. Like I just didn't. I enjoy shooting guns. I mean, it's not that bad. It's kind of fun. Like there's something like oddly satisfying about like being able to like yield something so powerful and hit like a tiny target, you know. And I don't know if that's like psychopath shit, but there is something oddly satisfying about that. But that's the extent. Like I fucking hate hunting. I cried the one and only time I killed a fucking deer, you know. Like it's just not for me. But my dad did not like that fact. Like that was just not how guys were supposed to be, you know. The fact that I was emotional was like a bad thing. I wasn't really allowed to express emotion. If I cried, like I don't know if you guys like from your parents have ever heard the phrase like "stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about." But that phrase was tossed around a lot and actually acted on a few times, and it's just like I don't know. It was just so weird, and it was different. Like my sister expressing emotions, oh, that's fine, right? And it was just such a weird. It was so fucking odd, dude. I don't know. And the thing is, though, is like between all that, um, between how much like here's the thing, right? Is like not only that, but like just like here's the thing. I grew up not only in a conservative family, Christian, you know, family, but also a Christian conservative area as well. Like heavily so. So it's like not only was it like inside the family was it like not okay, but also like it was just also just talked about nonchalantly about how not okay anything queer was, you know? or at the very least, like, it's okay, but, you know, that type shit. And so eventually, like, when it came to the point, like, I mean, fuck, dude, I even had a fucking, like, scarf that, like, I really loved, and it got, like, tossed because it was too girly, you know? And so when, like, as I got older, as, like, basically as, like, maybe I had a crush on a guy or something, right? I kind of would just push that back. I'd be like, well, no, that's not a crush, right? That's just like if I was attracted to guys, right? I just really admire this guy. He's cool, you know, or shit like that, you know. Or any time where I thought that like it would be nice to be more girly, or even like be nice to be a girl, like that. Like I would hate myself for those thoughts because I was taught that those thoughts were disgusting and terrible and only bad people, you know, fucking, you know, it's just, especially those, like the gay thoughts, it was like one thing. It was like, oh, people are just gonna be ashamed of me. But like more like non-binary thoughts, that was like the shit that was like, no, you're a piece of shit if you think that way, right? And like it got to a point where like I kind of like in high school, like I convinced myself that I was just a straight guy, right? And I also fucking hated myself, like a lot at that point in my life. And I didn't know why, because like I was too busy dealing with other bullshit to really like fucking take time to dive into that whole fucking rabbit hole. Jesus Christ, you know? And so I kind of just like assumed I was a straight guy and I was just slightly more effeminate, and that was that, you know. And then eventually, and because I'll be honest, like I'll be right back. I want to make sure my dog's okay. He's barking at something. Um, but anyways, so now a little bit of a side story, but it kind of ties everything together. Looks like I gotta get something to drink. Before my like me and my fiance got together, like started dating, we had been friends for I don't know if it would have been 5 or 6 years before that. Like basically in the sometime in the sixth grade is when we started becoming like really close friends. Basically, um, we got like basically we got sat next to each other in like social studies, and there was like this one girl that was in our class that was just super annoying, and we bonded over the fact of how annoying we thought she was. um but yeah, and we were friends for quite a while. There was like a small portion of high school that we didn't really hang out, but weirdly enough we kind of hung out with the same people still, and then we eventually just kind of started hanging out again, kind of like between sophomore and junior year, that kind of summers when we pardon me, started hanging out again. um and then we actually started dating like right after Christmas our senior year. And then we basically, sorry, that joint hit fucking hard, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so we've been friends for a long time, and we started dating in January or December, like right at the end of December. Um, and then that was also the year COVID happened. So basically, like, school went out, and I basically got kicked out. Now, if you'd ask my mom, she'd probably say that I moved out. Now, to clarify the story, I was hanging out at Zoe's a lot during COVID because all my schoolwork was online, and I came back home and all my shit was either sold or in boxes, and my room was painted over, and my sister was moved into my room. So it's like 50-50, right? Like I technically was planning on like coming back. Like I wasn't even gone for more than I don't think 2 weeks. So it was just, but that's neither here nor there. So I ended up just by kind of just happenings, living with Zoe, and it was a rough couple of years, just because of the living situation we were in. But we worked our asses off, and now we're in a really nice place, with our 2 dogs and cat and her cursed ass mom. Um, but like throughout that little period, I kind of like the more I was away from my parents' kind of not really okay mindset and view of the world, the more I was able to develop my own. Now, at this point, I'd already developed a lot less. I guess I would say a lot less Christian conservative of a mindset, throughout like some of my high school. But as soon as I like, honestly, first when I started smoking weed, that was a big kicker. And then when I actually like got with Zoe, that changed a lot too. And then once I was away from them and moved out, it really changed like my view of the world. Like as I learned so much more out of my bubble and like was able to kind of see past all their bullshit, was like so much more different, right? And once I was kind of, we were in a good spot and we were in like a place where we were comfortable. We had, a place with a yard for the pets. We were doing pretty decent. We weren't like saving a shit ton of money at once because like everything always goes fucking wrong all the time. But we were saving money little by little. And like I was kind of in a spot where I could actually, because I was so much more accepting myself of like basically of just the idea of if I was queer, I kind of finally accepted the fact that I was, right? Now, I'd consider myself pan and non-binary. Now, the pan part doesn't really play as much into my life just because I'm already with the love of my life, right? So it's like I'm still proud to be pan, but I'm kind of with my life partner and my best friend, right? So it's like, although I am proud of being pan and I do, definitely consider that that is what my sexuality is. I'm already with my life partner, and that's kind of all she wrote because there's no one else I could ever fucking imagine being with because I'm with my best friend in the entire world. Like I'm so happy, and to that extent, the fact that she was so accepting of me, and has been so accepting through all of this has been just amazing. She's an absolutely amazing person. I love her so much. Um, and then I would also consider myself non-binary. I don't really feel like a guy. And like every time I was told to fucking man up or be a guy, I always felt like just grossed out, and just felt like, well, then that's not me. Like, I don't know what you want from me, right? And like, after like, and it's been about a year now. Like, I've really thought about it a lot, and like, it's been probably about like 8 months since I've really like 100% like, yes, this is what I am, and I haven't really felt any other way since. Um, and I just feel kind of neutral, and sometimes I feel more feminine, and sometimes I feel more masculine. Um, but overall, I just kind of feel neutral, non-binary. So, but yeah, and shit's been not too bad ever since. I've been like not hating myself, so that's cool. um, it's been definitely a ride. Like shit's just like everything's new, Um, it's been like a whole year now, and it's still just everything's like. So it's just, and also like coming out to people, fucking weird, dude. I figure that like honestly, they'll just find out when they find out with some of my family members because I just can't. I don't even know, dude. I don't like. Here's the thing: is like there are so many of my family members that are just so against like I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know. Like, luckily, I got my fucking aunt. She's a G, right? And I talk to her a lot. And I got my fiance, and I got my mother-in-law, and I got Hondos. Good boy. Finally come inside. Good boy. Um. Oh gosh, am I already? Oh no. Okay. I thought I was already through the. But yeah, no, and so it's just like it's all been like an experience, and it's been a journey. It's definitely like I don't know. It's just wild. It's just wild to like look back on life because like every time everything I think of in my past now like put into this context, it's like has made so much more sense, which is so wild. Like it's like things that it's like before it was just like I don't know, whatever. Now it's like, oh, that makes so much fucking sense, you know. Um, and yeah, I'm finally happy, which is nice. You know, it's been a fat minute. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a fat minute. Um, but yeah, for the past like year, I've been doing really good, like better and better. I feel like I still have my off days because I feel like everyone does, but I don't know. It's been pretty chill. I'm trying to think if there's anything I forgot, but oh man, look at that! Look at how like you can tell that's the first one I did. Like I look at this. Yikes. Um yeah, no, I'm glad I decided to redo this one. Like it looks so much better already. God damn. Yeah, no, it looks so much better already. Um I don't know. It's just shit's crazy, so I don't know if there's really anything else. Uh I'm like super high. That joint was fucking insane. And my mother-in-law's back with bee spray. So, oh my god, we had wasps or bees. I don't even know what they were. They were some kind of fucking bee creature in our washroom, our laundry room washroom. God damn it, she calls it wash, and now I do too, and I hate that. Um, like no, but we had like she was like, "Hey, there's a bee. Can you come kill it?" And there was like 20 bees in there. Okay, that's exaggeration. There was like 10 bees in there. There's like 8 bees in there, and like Yeah, I know, I know. Do you want to hold up a second and I'll stop streaming and we can go look at.
Yeah, because I need you another hot cross.
Yeah, well, I'll go. Just give me 1 second. I'll end the stream. I'm about ready to, but we'll go deal with that. But yeah, no. Now she's back with wasp spray, so we gotta go take care of that. I think it's because of our makeshift setup with the AC unit, because the way it's set up is not really sealed tight, and it's the shitty one, so we just gotta take it out. It doesn't even work. But yeah, sorry to cut it short. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I guess if there's anything like anyone thinks of, and wants to pop into, stream while I'm streaming or even comment on this one, I'm down to answer any questions. But I just want to put this out there because I know there's a lot of people dealing with similar shit, because there's just certain people that are just fucking wild in this world that are just like, what, why are you like that, So, should we cut to... Come on. Push play again. I feel like I think I pushed play again. Yeah, I did. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, once I get that finished up, it's gonna look really nice. He just walks so funky. Alrighty. Alrighty. I hope you guys enjoyed this little story. I just wanted to kind of, put it out here. Just because it's kind of my experience throughout things. If I didn't get so high, I probably would have remembered more things to talk about. Not gonna lie, might be. I know it was a short one today, but I'm gonna get a lot of shit done offline, and I'll probably post like a short or something a little later. So I gotta go deal with B issues. I gotta go watch the B movie. All right. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, night, whatever it might be. But yeah, I guess for now, peace out. Awesome people.